Hello again. We are here to do a couple of side quests on this planet. There's this place which has an anomaly that I want to inspect. There's a debris and then there's a transponder signal where we have to go to. So first things first, let's change the settings so it's actually in a QWERTY. Let's go inspect that anomaly first. Fire hazard though. This is a hazardous planet. You can kind of see it on the floor. They added like red speckles which should indicate the heat, I guess. There's a corpse. Terrain insignia recovered. While searching the wreckage, you found a very old letter stamped with the Gotes colony insignia. Unfortunately, the text is indecipherable. Okay. The body is like here, but we're like talking to the ship. It's funny. Next is this. There should not be much on this planet, but who knows, we'll just keep an eye out on the minimap. The debris is past this ridge, I think. When you're stuck against an orange, you can't pass through. That's annoying. So the next one is here. We'll just do the same again. We'll just see how far we can get. Don't think I can go up here. Let's reset our car. Kind of want to see if there is anything like at all. Who knows, there might be. Just a flat plateau. So there could be something on top here, but I don't see anything on the minimap at the moment. There is something up ahead. Is it in a pit? Can't see down. A mercury deposit. Survey mineral. Heavy metal surveyed. You've successfully surveyed a large deposit of mercury. Okay. Is that the only thing? Now I'm curious. Oh, what button did I press to have that? Oh, control. Okay. So control lets you zoom in. That's weird. Met cost. Let's see. Quick Google. There is one near the other thing. That's about it. One above it. They usually put something in every corner, right? So I was like, yeah, might as well like explore, see if there's anything of interest. Good that I did. I got like a bunch of XP and money. See, there it is. I'll explore that first before I do the quest.
The signal's coming from that downed ship.
Careful. I've got a bad feeling about this.
Here it is. Thorium. Rare element surveyed. You have successfully surveyed a large deposit of thorium. 130 XP, 4,000 monies though. Okay, so the ship got downed.
It's a trap.
What?
Hostile contact.
Good as new.
How are you still alive? Oh, I see. You take a lot of hits. Where's the other guy? Where are you shooting at? Oh, there you are. That it? Was that it?
I'm a little busy here.
I guess that wasn't it.
Patching you up.
They're still aggroed. Is it the heat of the planet that's damaging me, or what is it? I don't see any other gas. Okay, well. Well, let's return then. This is my room. Is there anything else I can interact with here? No. No. Okay. I don't really want to talk to the doctor or Kaidan. Let's see how Tali is doing. Let's sit downstairs, right, for Tali?
What do you want, Shepard?
Why did you become a mercenary?
Lots of reasons.
Such as?
Such as, I needed to get out of our system. I needed to eat. I needed to survive.
Why not stay and help your people?
I tried to help. That's why I had to leave.
What happened?
I was betrayed. I was head of a small tribe. We were trying to restore order after the war, but the other tribes were against us. They followed Jared, one of the few warlords who survived the war with the Turians. But he was old, and so were his ideas. He wanted to continue the war. He wanted us to fight. Turians, Solarians, each other. It didn't matter who, as long as we were fighting.
What did you want?
I just wanted Jared to shut up, to stop his ranting. I wanted him to stop leading the tribes astray. But he couldn't understand how much things had changed. We didn't have the numbers to go to war. Even if we did, the genophage made sure we couldn't replenish our numbers fast enough. I told them all to forget about war. We needed to focus on breeding, at least for one generation. And for a while, we were getting through. Some of the tribes started coming around.
I take it the warlord didn't appreciate that.
No, he didn't. He arranged a crush with the tribes, a meeting on neutral ground. He wanted to talk. We met at the Hollows, near the graves of our ancestors. The skulls of our dead laid bare to remind us where we come from, and where we all go. It's as sacred as any Krogan place can be. Violence is forbidden.
Sounds like a trap to me. You must have suspected as much.
I did. But when your father invites you to a crush, well, there are some laws that even we hold sacred.
Jared was your father?
He was. Until that day. We talked, but we didn't get anywhere. When it was clear that I wouldn't join him, he gave the signal. His men leapt from the graves of our ancestors like Krogan undead. The few that were loyal to me died quickly. I escaped with my life, but not before I sank my dagger deep into my father's chest.
Oh, poor
That
guy.
is why I left, and that's why I'll never go back.
So long, Rex.
Shepard.
Poor Rex.
Commander?
What's your opinion of the last mission?
You mean the Rachni, right? They were dangerous, Commander. They proved that 2,000 years ago. I think it was a mistake to let them go. But that wasn't my call to make. It was yours. You know, when we pick up that Asari scientist, we'll have to tell her we killed her mom. That's gonna suck. Just saying, Commander. Sure, I was hoping to get a minute of your time off the record.
Is this duty-related, Chief?
No, ma'am. I know things are different aboard the Normandy, but I'm concerned about the aliens, Vicarian and Rex. With all due respect, Commander, should they have full access to the ship?
They may not serve the Alliance, Chief, but they're allies. At least as far as Saren goes.
This is the most advanced ship in the Alliance Navy. I don't think we should give them free rein to poke around the vital systems. Engines, sensors, weapons.
You don't trust the Alliance's allies?
I'm not sure I'd call the Council races allies. We, humanity, I mean, have to learn to rely on ourselves.
Standing up for ourselves doesn't mean standing alone.
I don't think we should turn down allies. I just think we shouldn't bet everything on them staying allies. As noble as the Council members seem now, if their backs are against the wall, they'll abandon us.
I don't see that as inevitable.
Look, if you're fighting a bear and the only way for you to survive is to sick your dog on it and run, you'll do it. As much as you love your dog, it isn't human. It's not racism, not really. Members of their species will always be more important to them than humans are.
These seem like deeply held beliefs, Williams. What made you think this way?
My family's defended the Alliance since it was founded. My father, grandfather, great-grandmother, they all picked up a rifle and swore the oath of service. I guess we just tend to think of Earth's interests as our own.
I never knew my family. Grew up an orphan on Earth. Anybody in your family I'd have heard of?
Couldn't say, Commander. So why are you out here? Just trying to get away from Earth?
No. The future of humanity is out here. There's so much we haven't seen yet.
Yeah. I still remember my first field exercise on Titan. When we hit mud, the reality hit me. I'm the first person who ever stood here. Then my drill instructor kicked me in the ass. I went face first into the muck. He spent the next 5 minutes chewing me out for gold bricking.
Don't tell me you had Gunny Ellison. He's the only one who uses that word to describe shirking duty.
Oh Lord, you went to the Makapog boot camp too? Yeah, Gunny Ellison's still reaming out recruits down there. Kicking ass and using words like inveigle and pusillanimous.
Alright, I can see where your concerns are coming from, Williams. But this is a multilateral mission. You're gonna have to work with aliens, like it or not.
It won't be a problem, Commander. You say jump, I say how high. You tell me to kiss a Turian, I'll ask which cheek.
I'm glad there won't be a problem.
Anything else you need, Commander?
Dismissed, Chief.
Ma'am.
He's racist as hell. Holy. Garrus.
Commander, good to see you.
You've been with CSEC a while.
Well, not as much as you, but yeah, I've seen some interesting things.
I bet you have. Anything in particular that stands out?
I remember this Solarian geneticist I was sent to investigate. That case was a bit disturbing.
Disturbing?
What happened? Why were you investigating him?
I was tasked with tracking black market trade on the Citadel. Most of it harmless, nothing I needed to pursue.
His voice is
But
so
during the
low
course
compared to
of my
the sounds.
investigation, I noticed an increase in the trade of body parts, organs mostly. We usually get a few of those, but not the numbers I was seeing. We weren't sure if there was a new black market lab or if some freak was harvesting organs from citizens.
Really?
So what was it?
Both, actually. But it took us a while to figure that out.
So how did you figure out what was happening?
First, we got a hold of a sample and ran DNA tests. The weird thing was, the match led us to a Turian who was still alive and was very convinced he'd never lost his liver. After a bit of digging, I discovered this Turian worked briefly for Dr. Salion, the geneticist. So I went to his lab hoping to find evidence of cloned organ development, but there was nothing. No Salarian hearts, no Turian livers, not one Krogan testicle.
You're kidding, right? Why would anyone want Krogan testicles?
Some Krogan believe that testicle transplants can increase their virility, counteract the effects of the genophage. It doesn't work, but that doesn't stop them from buying. They'll pay up to 10,000 credits each. That's 40,000 for a full set.
But they have 4?
Somebody's making a killing out there.
Somebody's making a killing
What'd
out
you do
there.
about the geneticist?
I brought in some of his employees for interrogation to see if I could get them to talk. While I was interviewing one of them, I came across something suspicious.
Yeah? Go on.
One of my detainees started bleeding profusely during the interview. We offered to patch him up and he got frantic, freaked out. I ordered a full exam to find out what was going on. Our medics found incisions all over his body, some of them fresh. That was our big break. These people weren't just Dr. Salion's employees. They were test tubes. Walking, living test tubes.
He was growing parts inside these people?
Exactly. He cloned their organs right inside their own bodies. Then he harvested them and sold them off. Most of the victims were poor. He'd pay them each a small percentage of the sales, but only if the organs were good. Sometimes an organ wouldn't grow properly, so he'd just leave it in them. Most of them were a mess, but only on the inside, hidden so nobody could see it.
I hope he got what he deserved.
That's the worst part. We never caught him.
Why not? What the hell happened?
He ran, blew his lab, grabbed some of his employees, and headed for the nearest space dock. By the time I found out, his ship was already leaving. He threatened to kill his hostages if we tried to stop him.
But you went after him anyway, right?
I ordered Citadel Defense to shoot him down, but CSEC headquarters countermanded my order. They were worried about the hostages, worried about civilian casualties if the ship was destroyed so close to the Citadel. I told them those hostages were dead anyway, and just used them to make more organs. But they wouldn't listen.
Well, you can't get them all.
No, but letting him get away like that. All they had to do was disable that ship, stop him from running. Maybe the hostages die, maybe they don't, but at least we stopped the bastard responsible for it all.
A few casualties is a small price to pay to stop someone like that.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, those hostages might be wishing they'd died by now anyway. Just wish I could have stopped him. That's all.
Do you have any idea what happened to Dr. Salion?
I sent out feelers from time to time, hoping to find something. I thought I'd found him a while back. He changed ships and changed his name to Dr. Hart, his idea of a joke, I guess. I told the military, but they weren't convinced it was him. I got the transponder frequency for his new ship, but I just can't get anyone to check it out.
I'll check out the coordinates when I get a chance.
I was hoping you'd say that. But Commander, take me with you when you go. If it's Salion, I want to be there when you find him.
100% fair. Bring him justice. The Herschel sister. Okay. More writings that I can find, I guess. Hey, Dali.
Shepard, I'm glad you're here.
Good to see you smiling again, so to speak.
I'm sleeping much better now. I guess I'm getting used to how quiet your ship is. I still think a lot about my pilgrimage, though. I know Starin's our top priority, but with all the worlds we go to, I was hoping to find something to bring back to the flotilla.
What are you hoping to find?
Usually, people bring back something like a derelict ship we can use for salvage. But I need something bigger. There's a lot expected of me.
What's so special about you?
It's my father. He's the senior member of the Admiralty Board. He's one of only 5 people who can overrule the decisions of the Conclave for the good of the migrant fleet. My father is responsible for the lives of 17 million people. Our entire race is in his hands, and I'm his only child.
So are you some kind of heir to the Quarian throne or something?
No, it doesn't work that way. My father's position isn't hereditary. I'll probably never serve on the Admiralty Board myself. Officially, I'm just the same as any other citizen. But it doesn't work that way in practice. People have always treated me differently because of who my father is.
You must get all kinds of special privileges.
I probably had it easier than most growing up, but it's not all good. People like my father have enemies, and they're not above using me to get to him.
It must be tough on you.
My people place a high value on family and ancestry. There's an unspoken expectation that I'll live up to my father's example. Everyone's waiting for me to do something great on my pilgrimage, something that will forever change our lives for the better. If I don't, it's like I failed, and that reflects badly on both me and my father.
The work you're doing here is more important than anything any Quarian's ever done before.
Yes, I know. But you have to understand Quarian culture. We're a very insular society. The events beyond the flotilla don't much matter to the average citizen. Our greatest dream is that one day we'll return to our homeworld and drive out the Geth. But even if we stop Saren, that's not going to happen. There's still millions of Geth behind the veil. Until they're gone, our exile will continue.
What would you need to bring back to make everyone happy?
Something that would help us better understand the Geth. They've changed significantly since the exile. They've continued to evolve. We've done our best to study them, but it's not easy. They're very reclusive. Until recently, they never went beyond the borders of the Veil. And all the Geth we run into now are under Saren's control. We'd need to find Geth operating on their own, independently. But I don't want this to get in the way of our mission, Shepard. First, we stop Saren. Then I'll worry about my own problems.
The father.
What was your father like?
It wasn't easy growing up as the daughter of one of the Admiralty. Even before he joined the board, he was a prominent figure. People looked to him for leadership. He had to set an example, and he expected the same of his daughter. Plus, he was pretty strict, a military man through and through. He never allowed me to settle for anything less than excellence. As a kid, I sometimes felt like he was pushing me too hard. But now I'm old enough to appreciate what he taught me. The world doesn't owe us anything. If we want something in life, we have to earn it.
Sounds like a tough upbringing. You don't resent your father at all?
Like I said, it wasn't easy. My father's not the kind of person you bond with, and he wasn't around all that much. Too busy. People counted on him, and he took his duties seriously. Even when he was around, he always seemed a bit distant, like his mind was always somewhere else. Come to think of it, I can't ever remember seeing him smile. Not once. It's like he was always weighed down by all that responsibility. I mean, I know he cares about me, but he never really showed it, not in the usual way. I guess the best thing I can say about my father is that I respect him.
What about the
Your
mom?
mother in all this?
Mother was around, but she always seemed to kind of blend into the background. Almost like she was overshadowed by my father. He tends to do that to people. She passed on about 5 years ago. Some airborne virus that swept through the fleet. Happens sometimes when the filters start to break down. I think my father took it pretty hard. After she was gone, he became even more focused on his work. I think that was his way of dealing with the grief.
I want to talk about something else.
Like what?
I should go.
We're gonna
See
continue
you later.
questing. Thank you for the info, girly.
Something I can do for you, Commander.
No, thank you.
Carry on, Adams.
I
there anything else? No. Okay, so Daddy's royalty. Okay. This game is huge though, I noticed. Because it's like the few systems that I can already go to and explore and the side quests and stuff. I'm gonna try and get as much of them done as possible though, the side quests, you know, see the whole storyline kind of deal. But yeah, first things first. Where are we in the systems? So, Exodus or local? Is there anything in those? Artemis, this is a zoo, Pyrrhus, Herschel. That's the insignias and writings and the medallions and stuff, the minerals. Macedon system, Artemis Town. The Nebula cluster. Newton system, Kepler, Verge. Gamma cluster, okay. I think there was one in the Exodus one. Quickly checking again. No? Okay. No, okay. So let's go to the Hades Gamma. There are two. Okay, so let's first go here. Antaeus? 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 I don't know. One of them. The Antaeus or Antaeus cluster, the Vimel planets. Vimel is an enormous terrestrial world of mixed rock and ice with an atmosphere of methane and ethane. Its frozen surface is mainly composed of calcium with deposits of iron because of noxious surface gases. Explorers are warned to use extreme caution. I'm not gonna read these last ones, but you can read them if you want yourself. Let's survey. Rare element surveyed. Scans from orbit have detected a large deposit of uranium. Okay. Then, let's go for the outer planet, Hunidar. Hunidar is a moderately sized ice world with an extremely thin atmosphere composed of krypton and xenon. Its frozen surface is unusually smooth, suggesting widespread repaving by cryovolcanic processes, though no such activity is currently evident. Interesting. Ploba. Ploba is the second and by far the larger of Anatheus' two gas giants. Active scans by survey ships have returned tantalizing indications of massive solid structures deep within the atmosphere, too regular in pattern to be anything unnatural. Some believe Ploba is a Jupiter brain, a planet-sized supercomputer. Adherents of this theory have ruthlessly beamed signals toward the sunken megastructures, hoping to get the machine's attention. Others believe that an ancient spacefaring race disposed of their weapons of war by dumping them onto the planet. The last attempt to reach and salvage Ploba's deep anomalies went tragically wrong and ended with the crew of 12 being trapped and crushed in the gas giant's lower atmosphere. Oof. Let's survey. Matriarch's writings recovered. You recovered a strange object orbiting Ploba. Chief Engineer Adams and Dali tried unsuccessfully to determine its origins. They did find one of Matriarch Dilinaga's writings stored within. Okay. Atmos. Atmos is a standard hydrogen-helium gas planet with gas giant, with traces of methane in its atmosphere. If Trebin's terraforming is successful, it is expected that a helium-3 fuel refining facility for the system will be set up here. Wait, I can scan it as well. Survey. Gas deposit surveyed. While scanning the planet Atmos, you detect a large concentration of hydrogen. Interesting. Next, Trebin. Trebin is a modest terrestrial world with an atmosphere composed of nitrogen and argon. Its surface is mainly composed of nickel with deposits of silver. Trebin's environment is relatively mild, but the scarcity of water of similar enabling substances has prevented the development of any biosphere. ExoGeniCorp recently performed a test impact of a single water ice comet into the surface. The first step of a long-term plan to thicken the atmosphere and introduce water to the environment. A survey team is on the surface monitoring the geological and meteorological effects of the test impact. Most of the water released is still in the form of atmospheric vapor, but thick cloud banks have formed. There is every indication that this arid world will soon see its first rain. The survey's team's progress has been hampered by frequent mechanical or computer failures on their GPS systems. Okay. Now I'm kinda curious. What was the planet? Trebin. Let's see, is there any quest here? In the meantime, we zoom out and we go to the next planet. I think we've already been on this planet. Akiko. During the initial survey of the Anateus system, only a single flyby probe was spared for the small scorched world of Akiko. It revealed the planet unusually rich in heavier elements given its size. Akiko is a standard terrestrial planet with a thin atmosphere of krypton and xenon. Its crust is mainly composed of magnesium with deposits of cobalt and other heavy metals. Due to the extreme rough, cratered terrain, starships are discouraged from landing. Okay, I think that's it, right? I think so. Let's land on Trebin. Let's see what this does. And we get eat it. There we go. Let's see, have we already explored this? No, we haven't. Anomaly, debris, research base. Okay, let's go around this way first.
On my way.
Plutonium deposit. Rare elements surveyed. You have successfully surveyed a small deposit of plutonium.
secured.
Crashed probe. Holy, this is a difficult one. I'm gonna use the thingy, the Omnigel. Take all. Is there anything on this ship? Doesn't seem like it. Okay, next one is up here.
Moving out.
Discovery. This device is transmitting tidebeam signals into geosynchronous orbit. This disrupts the survey team's GPS satellites, causing them to crash nearby. Disable transmitter. Oh, that's why they're all crashed. Now we want to go here, I think. Bum bum ba bum. There's something here that's not on the map. Whoops. What's this? Mining tunnels. Okay, let's first explore the planet. Let's first explore the leftover planet. I got this on the map now. So we'll do the other anomaly, which is over here. And then we'll come back here and talk to the scientists at the hub there. What? Okay.
Heading out.
Tyrian insignia recovered. There are no signs of any survivors. The pod is empty except for a small tattered flag marked with the Nemesis colony insignia. Okay. So, let's check out if I can inspect anything on that creature. Is there anything I can do to inspect here, or does it just died here? I think it just died here. Let's get into the vehicle, drive away a little bit, and then see what it says on the map. It doesn't say anything on the map. It's just not there. Do I have the UNC missing scientists? No, missing survey team is now new. Log entries indicate the research team discovered something in a nearby excavation site. Go there and find out what happened. Let's explore this first.
Looks like nobody's home.
There's nothing here.
Just lead the way.
Ready.
They don't have anything to say. God, these two are boring. There's nothing else. What?
According to these data logs, the survey team unearthed some kind of alien technology.
Could be answers at the excavation site.
Take out. Can I interact with the vehicle? No. Okay.
Redeploying.
Let's find out what happened. It's eerily silent as well though right now. There's no music, it's just the ambient sound effects. Okay, assault rifle. I'd rather have something that actually shoots quicker though. Let's try this. Let's see. Let's just give them a bit of an upgrade so it goes easier. Okay. There, 200 should be fine. Let's make sure we have our sniper equipped. Doesn't look like there's anything right now. Really dark corners though. Husks.
Seen this before. Machine cultists. The survey team must have unearthed some alien technology that turned them into mindless fanatics.
Whatever they found, it's long gone now.
Is it this? This looks kinda sus. Okay. Is there anything here in the corner? Not that I can see. There's a crate here. There's another crate here. Any extra XP is always welcome, you know? This looks like this is like alien eggs area from the alien movies. That accounts for all of the Exogeni survey team. They were converted to cybernetic husks by devices similar to those used by the Geth on Eden Prime. How they came to be buried on a frontier world so far from Geth territory is a mystery.
Perimeter clear.
I'm gonna check these rooms. Yeah, these are like the devices that were also used. But how did they get themselves staked on them, you get me? Because in Eden Prime they got staked on top of them and then from the inside out got turned into these husks. Why did they do that to themselves? Or was there something in their mind telling them to? Either way, I guess we did the quest. We fulfilled it. I'm gonna check something in the achievements real quick. It doesn't show. Let me search for Turian. Complete 5 missions with the Turian squad member, so... I guess that's it then on this planet. They all died though, that's so weird. Okay. Let's go to the other system. Parinata.
Message coming in. Patching it through.
Commander, we've got a situation that requires your expertise. A group of fanatical biotics have kidnapped the chairman of the Parliament Subcommittee on Transhuman Studies. Their freighter sustained damage and is dead in space. Get in there and take them down.
What kind of resistance should I expect?
The biotics were seen loading equipment into the freighter. Expect traps and combat drones. Nothing you can't handle.
What are the biotics asking for?
They're L2 biotics, and most of them are suffering major side effects from the implants. The subcommittee denied a request for reparations to all L2 biotics. Apparently they'd like the chairman to reconsider.
What's the priority on saving the chairman?
Saving him would be my preference, but we must make it clear that these tactics don't work, Commander. Your top priority is to neutralize the biotics.
Understood, Admiral. I'll see what I can do.
I appreciate you taking the time, Commander. I'm sending you the last known coordinates of the freighter. Good luck. Fifth Fleet out.
The MSV Ontario. Okay, let's first check out the planets in the system, right? There are, I think, 3 that I can see. Neptune. With a rare combination of features, Neptune is of particular interest to the scientific community. It's a small terrestrial planet with a thin atmosphere of carbon dioxide and krypton. As with all the worlds of Farinata, its surface is scorching hot. The crust mainly consists of silicates laced with iron. Let's survey. Rare element surveyed. While scanning this planet, you detected a large deposit of thorium on a nearby moon. Okay. Yantauma. Yantauma is a small, broiling terrestrial world. Its thin atmosphere of carbon dioxide and ethane is being steadily blown off by the powerful solar wind from the star Farinata. The surface is scorching hot and mainly composed of sulfur with deposits of copper. Its density is low enough to leave the world tidally locked to Farinata. The Alliance Defense Data Network notes that several ships have been spotted cruising near Yantauma with transponders turned off. While an Alliance patrol attempted pursuit of one, the unidentified vessel rabbited to FTL. Its trail was lost when it obscured its light rays in the confusion of signals along the Aninsa Ishtar shipping lane. Survey. Protean data disk recovered. Scans of Yantauma revealed a derelict freighter in mid-stage orbital decay. Your salvage team boarded the vessel and determined it had been attacked by raiders. There was a little of value still on board, but the team did find a Protean data disk. Interesting. Tunshagon. Tunshagon is a hydrogen-helium gas giant with traces of chlorine and nitrogen in its atmosphere. It has an unusually small number of moons for a gas giant, a mere 7. This is no doubt due to the star Farinata capturing the majority of the mass during the nebular collapse that created the system. Interesting. Okay. MSV Ontario. The Ontario is a Kowloon-class modular conveyor of human design, configured for mixed freighter and passenger hauling. It is making a hard burn for the cover of an asteroid cluster. Registry, private owner, Citadel Station. Okay, let's board. You and you, so I don't have to use you guys later. Okay, so red dots. There's a crate here. Is that all? I think so.
Intruders! Kill the hostage! We need to hurry.
Maybe next time.
Where are the hostages though? No, woman. Why are you being so dumb?
See how
They
it
were
is?
T-posing.
You write letters and everyone ignores you. Force is the only thing people appreciate. So how about if I kill Chairman Burns and finish this charade?
Please, I was trying to help you people.
Let's not do anything we're all gonna regret.
Why not? What have we got to lose? Since the chairman here decided that we didn't get reparations, we've got nothing left to live for.
But I've changed my mind. Seeing you all, it's clear that you all deserve...
You had your chance. Some L2s are nearly crippled from side effects of the implants, but you voted against reparations.
Think about this. Burns is the one man who can help you.
Yes, if you release me, I can take another look at the reparations request.
What, we're supposed to trust you? Sure, you promise us freedom and say everything will be fine, but as soon as we surrender, you'll double-cross us.
I'm not promising to let you go. All I'm saying is that Burns will take another look. Right, Burns?
Absolutely. I had no idea that the L2 biotics were this desperate. If I'd known, the reparations will come. For whatever it's worth, I promise that.
You're right. I don't want to die. Maybe something will happen this time. We surrender.
Thank you, Commander. I thought I was dead when they took me. I'll see to it that the reparations discussion is reopened. I didn't know they were so desperate.
Then you weren't doing your job. A Fifth Fleet cruiser will pick you and the prisoners up.
Thank you, Commander. I thought I was dead when they took me.
Now, loot. No. This is annoying. I hate how this works. it like completely destroys how your brain works as well, because it's like, oh yeah, it's in a circle, but you have to move it left and right. So I think this is it. I didn't find any extra loot, so. Okay. So we just finished this one, right? So we don't need the Tyrian anymore. Let me quickly check though if it's like human. Actually, I don't think I need her in my thingy. Missions. Asari, Alliance Soldier, Alliance Sentinel. So I need her, and I'm gonna need to use Kaidan as well at some point again.
Message coming in. Patching it through.
Thank you for dealing with the hostage situation, Commander. Chairman Burns was quite impressed by the way you resolved the situation peacefully. Your assistance above and beyond the formal duties has been noted, Commander. Fifth Fleet out.
The sound just went into one ear suddenly instead. What the hell? Okay, zoom out. Is this the only system in this? No. Yeah, we came from Antaeus, right? Artemis Tau. Let's go to Knossos first. We'll go through all of the planets, every system, just so we can get all the info and all the surveys done. Arcanus. A small hydrogen-helium gas giant, Arcanus has been developed as a full-featured, if modest, stopover for ships hauling refined materials from Therum. In addition to a powerful magnetic field to dump drive charge, Arcanus has a large automated infrastructure of helium-3 refining and deuterium mining on its many water-ice moons. Survey. Gas deposit surveyed. Scans of this gas giant have detected a large concentration of nitrogen. Okay. Next. Zakros. Zakros is a terrestrial world with a nitrogen-methane atmosphere containing trace amounts of hydrocarbons. Its frigid surface is mainly composed of water, ice, and hydrocarbon slush. Most of the surface is not solid enough to support the full weight of a landed ship. If approach is necessary, use shuttles or keep the ship's Mass Effect envelope up. Okay. Mass Effect envelope up, okay. Therum. I can land here. Therum is a distant hub, but rich industrial world claimed by the Human Systems Alliance. Its plentiful heavy metals have fueled the recent manufacturing boom in Earth. Core samples rich with the fossils of simple, silicon-based organisms indicate Therum was more habitable in the past than it is in the present. Perhaps this explains the many protein ruins dotting the surface, most of which have been looted by mining corporations. We'll come back to Therum in a sec. Paistos. Paistos is a small terrestrial with a trace atmosphere of carbon dioxide and xenon. The surface is scorching hot and mainly composed of sulfur and various silicates. There is little of interest on this desolate world. Armeni. Armenia is a terrestrial world with an unusually thin atmosphere of krypton and xenon. Its surface is composed of silica with deposits of carbonaceous materials. The initial flyby probe of Armenia detected multiple areas of the equator with oddly regular surface protrusions. Closer investigation revealed these as millions of elaborate crypts a few meters below the surface, left by a long-extinct spacefaring species called the Zeov. Many human universities wish to perform archaeological excavations. Council law holds grave sites as sacrosanct, however, and the matter has been tied up in court for a decade. I think we've read Feistos, right? Yeah. It moved. They're actually moving while I'm reading this. Let's land on Terrum. So I need her and him.
Commander, I'm picking up some strange readings. Really strange, like off the damn charts. It looks like it's coming from an underground complex a few clicks away from the drop zone.
Okay, first things first. I leveled up, so... like this? Okay then. I need you fully in decryption. I've not geared you up at all, boy, so you're getting this one. Yes, and you're getting this one. And this one. And this one. I'm sorry, I don't have anything else for you. Why are these two different? Yeah. This one looks cool. I want the red one. You get this one. I want the red one. But this one's better though. Damn. Fine, you can have it. Okay. So, there is only a straight way forward I can go. Okay. There we go. I don't appreciate bots. It's a bumpy ride. Don't want to land in the lava though, I think. It might not be a good idea. Looks like there's enemies up ahead though. Holy, hello. What are you? A gaff ship? There's a big forest up ahead, it seems. What?
This route's a no-go. They have height and cover.
I don't think we can take that strong point head on.
We'll just go along the side here then. It's in the way. There are some still alive. We'll deal with them like this though. There's an upgrade kit. A heavy armor looks cool though. Easy decryption begin. No. What are you shooting at? Okay. Cleaned out the inventory a little bit. There should be one still in one of these spots, I think. I do want to check out this though. Okay. Let's be smart. I wish I could jump over. Why could I pause but not? Okay. I can pause, but I can't go back. Let's check the other room first before moving on. Nothing else, okay? I'm getting rich from just doing these side missions. This looks ominous though. Where are we exactly? It's not letting me like go up, so this green thing over here, I can't even see what it is. Quickly checking something. I'm gonna get out a second and see if there's anything to interact with. Doesn't seem like there's anything. It's cool though. Lava.
Like an oven here.
At least it's a dry heat.
At least it's a dry heat, I guess. I think it just loaded something in. My game like stuttered a bit. Okay, so it's not there. It seems a bit difficult to traverse.
I'm on my way.
Kinda wanna check out here. Is there anything here? No. Okay, so they just really just put these things here. I can't move forward with my vehicle, so I can try, but I doubt it.
Heads up.
The music though.
Now it gets fun!
Shot them in the leg.
Perimeter clear.
Thanks, Ashley. It's one of those sleepers. Yippee!
I owe you one.
I think that should be almost it, right? There's one more. Hiding like a pussy.
That's it. Bag him and tag him.
I think my eyeballs are dried out.
Hell of a place.
Let's go check this out then. This is very fight heavy though. Like a lot more than the last places. But let's hope that the scientists are alright in here. Unlike the last place.
Negative contact, Commander. Dare you to spit over the side.
Let's check this out. So we can't do anything. Okay. Dare you to spit over the side. Oh, wow. Ashley. Very classy. Come on, guys. Extra Medigel, welcome.
The tiles in those holes remind me of a bathroom floor.
True. Another floor down. We're going down deep though. Also, what are those holes for? Joy.
Hello? Could somebody help me? Please? Can you hear me out there? I'm trapped. I need help.
Liara Tassoni, I presume?
Thank the goddess. I did not think anyone would come looking for me. Listen, this thing I'm in is a Prothean security device. I cannot move, so I need you to get me out of it, all right?
How did you end up in there?
I was exploring the ruins when the Geth showed up, so I hid in here. Can you believe that? Geth beyond the veil! I activated the tower's defenses. I knew the barrier curtains would keep them out. When I turned it on, I must have hit something I wasn't supposed to. I was trapped in here. You must get me out, please!
We'll find some way to help you.
There is a control in here that should deactivate this thing. You'll have to find some way past the barrier curtain. That's the tricky part. The defenses cannot be shut off from the outside. I don't know how you'll get in here. Be careful. There is a Krogan with the Geth. They have been trying different ways to get past the barrier.
Okay. No, 2 shots only? Is that it?
Perimeter secured.
Shields disabled.
All targets down.
He's not dead though, guys. Why are you saying all targets down and perimeter secured when there's literally a guy still there?
Contact. All targets down.
Well, that's... Let's just explore this as well, though. There might be loot. There might be gold. Money. Or items, you know, useful items.
How did you get in here? I didn't think there was any way past the barrier.
We blasted through with the mining laser.
Of course. Yes, that makes sense. Please, get me out of here before more Geth arrive. That button over there should shut down this containment field.
Any idea how we get out of this place?
There is an elevator back in the center of the tower. At least I think it's an elevator. It should take us out of here. Come on! I still cannot believe all this. Why would the Geth come after me? Do you think Benezia's involved?
Saren's looking for the conduit. You're a Prothean expert. He probably wants you to help him find it.
The conduit, but I don't know.
What the hell was that?
These ruins are not stable. That mining laser must have triggered a seismic event. We have to hurry. The whole place is caving in.
Joker, get the Normandy airborne and lock in on my signal. On the double, mister!
Aye, aye, Commander. Secure and away. ETA 8 minutes.
8
Not
minutes.
much margin for error.
This looks cool though. That's the Krogan.
Surrender. Or don't. That would be more fun.
In case you didn't notice, this place is falling apart.
Exhilarating, isn't it? Thanks for getting rid of those energy fields for us. Hand the doctor over.
Whatever it is you want, you are not getting it from me.
She'll stay with us, thanks.
Not an option. Saren wants her, and he always gets what he wants. Kill him. Spare the Asari if you can. If not, doesn't matter.
I'm gonna stand here. Here, come on. Yes, thanks. No. Well, that happened. It was kind of weird though. I think that
Too close,
Battlemaster
Commander.
just wanted
10
to
more
fight.
seconds, we would have been swimming in molten sulfur. The Normandy isn't equipped to land in exploding volcanoes. They tend to fry our sensors and melt our hull. Just for future reference.
We almost died out there, and your pilot is making jokes?
It's a coping mechanism. You'll get used to it.
I see. It must be a human thing. I don't have a lot of experience dealing with your species, Commander. But I am grateful to you. You saved my life back there, and not just from the volcano. Those Geth would have killed me or dragged me off to Saren.
What did Saren want with you? Do you know something about the conduit?
Only that it was somehow connected to the Prothean extinction. That is my real area of expertise. I have spent the past 50 years trying to figure out what happened to them.
Okay, I'm going to the toilet real quick, so BRB, enjoy the scene of my woman looking at you. I'm back. Okay, 50 years?
Just how old are you exactly?
I hate to admit it, but I am only 106.
Only.
Damn. I hope I look that good when I'm your age.
A century may seem like a long time to a short-lived species like yours, but among the Asari, I am barely considered more than a child. That is why my research has not received the attention it deserves. Because of my youth, other Asari scholars tend to dismiss my theories on what happened to the Protheans.
I've got my own theory on why the Protheans disappeared.
With all due respect, Commander, I have heard every theory out there. The problem is finding evidence to support them. The Protheans left remarkably little behind. It is almost as if someone did not want the mystery solved. It is like someone came along after the Protheans were gone and cleansed the galaxy of clues. But here is the incredible part. According to my findings, the Protheans were not the first galactic civilization to mysteriously vanish. This cycle began long before them.
Where'd you come up with this theory? I thought there wasn't any evidence.
I have been working on this for 50 years. I have tracked down every scrap and shred of evidence. Eventually, subtle patterns start to emerge, patterns that hint at the truth. It is difficult to explain to someone else. I cannot point to one specific thing to prove my case. It is more a feeling derived from a half-century of dedicated research. But I know I'm right, and eventually I will be able to prove it. There were other civilizations before the Protheans. This cycle has repeated itself many times over.
If the Protheans weren't the first, then who was?
I don't know. There is barely any evidence on the Protheans, even less on those who came before them. I cannot prove my theory, but I know I am right. The galaxy is built on a cycle of extinction. Each time a great civilization rises up, it is suddenly and violently cast down. Only ruins survive. The Protheans rose up from a single world until their empire spanned the entire galaxy. Yet even they climbed to the top on the remains of those who came before. Their greatest achievements, the mass relays and the Citadel, are based on the technology of those who came before them. And then, like all the other forgotten civilizations throughout galactic history, the Protheans disappeared. I have dedicated my life to figuring out why.
They were wiped out by a race of sentient machines, the Reapers.
The Reapers? But I have never heard of. How do you know this? What evidence do you have?
There was a damaged Prothean beacon on Eden Prime. It burned a vision into my brain. I'm still trying to sort out what it all means.
Visions. Yes, that makes sense. The beacons were designed to transmit information directly into the mind of the user. Finding one that still works is extremely rare. No wonder the Geth attacked Eden Prime. The chance to acquire a working beacon, even a badly damaged one, is worth almost any risk. But the beacons were only programmed to interact with Prothean physiology. Whatever information you received would have been confused, unclear. I am amazed you were able to make sense of it at all. A lesser mind would have been utterly destroyed by the process. You must be remarkably strong-willed, Commander.
This isn't helping us find Saren or the conduit.
Shut up, Kaden.
Of course, you're right. I am sorry, my scientific curiosity got the better of me. Unfortunately, I do not have any information that could help you find the conduit, or Saren.
I don't know why Saren wanted you out of the picture, but I think we'll be a lot better off if we bring you along.
Thank you, Commander. Saren might come after me again. I cannot think of anywhere safer than here on your ship. And my knowledge of the Protheans might be useful later on.
And her biotics will come in handy when the fighting starts.
Good to have you on the team, Liara.
Thank you, Commander. I am very grateful. Oh, I am afraid I am feeling a bit lightheaded.
When was the last time you ate or slept? Dr. Chakwa should take a look at you.
It is probably just mental exhaustion, coupled with the shock of discovering the Protheans' true fate. I need some time to process all this. Still, it could not hurt to be examined by a medical professional. It will give me the chance to think things over. Are we finished here, Commander?
We can talk again after you've seen the doctor. The rest of you, dismissed.
Mission reports are filed, Commander. You want me to patch you through to the Council?
Yes.
Patch him through, Joker.
Setting up the link now, Commander.
We've received your report, Commander. I understand Dr. Tassoni is on the Normandy.
I assume you're taking the necessary security precautions.
Liara's on our side. The Geth were trying to kill her.
Benezia would never allow Saren to kill her daughter.
Maybe she doesn't know.
Or maybe we don't know her. We never expected she could become a traitor.
Already dealt with Venezia though.
Success.
Apart from the utter destruction of a major Prothean ruin. Was that really necessary, Shepard?
The Geth were crawling all over those ruins. We were lucky to make it out alive.
Of course, Commander. The mission must always take priority.
Good luck, Commander. Remember, we are all counting on you.
The Asarian's at least nice. Still kind of weird. Okay. Heat load monitor. Let's inspect. Extra XP. There's also here one. And then let's talk to Joker.
I prefer gold to silver, you know, for my medal. I figured you'd recommend me for one since I pulled your boots out of the fire.
If we present you with a medal, you'll end up sitting on stage listening to politicians make speeches for a couple of hours.
That's a good point. They'd probably make me shave, too. I spent the last 7 weeks working on this baby. No medal's worth that. So, Commander, why don't you tell me why you're really here?
How's the Normandy performing? Is she everything they said she'd be?
She's the best ship in the fleet. Balance. The
Yeah,
Normandy's
he
probably
already told me
too
this.
much ship for your average Alliance
I like to
pilot.
know my crew. Mind if I ask?
I can see where this... You
I
top of
already
my
had
class in
this.
flight school, I earned that. All those commendations in my file, I earned every...
Sorry, Joker.
You mean... Okay, I... Put the Normandy in my hands and I'll make her dance.
I have to go.
Alright, see.
Well, you already heard all of that, so... Let's go check out the doctor. See if the Asari's okay now. Liara?
Yes, Commander? Is there something you need?
I should go.
Goodbye, Commander.
Where is she? Oh, here she is.
Commander, are you coming to check up on me?
You look much better. How are you feeling?
Dr. Chakwas assures me I am going to be fine. I was impressed with her knowledge of Asari physiology.
You're in good hands. Dr. Chakwas knows what she's doing.
I never properly thanked you for saving me from the Geth, Commander. If you hadn't shown up,
I'm just glad we got there in time.
so am I. I know you took a chance bringing me aboard this ship. I have seen the way your crew looks at me. They do not trust me. But I am not like Benezia. I will do whatever I can to help you stop Saren. I promise.
Don't worry, Liara. I trust you. I know you won't let me down.
It means a lot to hear you say that, Commander. Thank you.
Tell me about yourself, Liara.
Me? I am afraid I am not very interesting, Commander. I spend most of my time on remote digs, unearthing mundane items buried in long-forgotten Prothean ruins.
You must enjoy something about it.
I love my work. Seeking out history's lost secrets has a special appeal for me. You were actually touched by working Prothean technology. That is why I find you so fascinating, Commander.
Sounds like you want to dissect me in a lab somewhere.
What? No! I did not mean to insinuate. I never meant to offend you, Shepard. I only meant that you would be an interesting specimen for an in-depth study. No, that's even worse.
Calm down, Liara. I was only joking.
Joking? Oh, by the goddess, how could I be so dense? You must think I am a complete and utter fool. Now you know why I prefer to spend my time in the field with data disks and computers. I always seem to say something embarrassing around other people. Please, just pretend this conversation never happened.
Do you know why Benezia joined up with Saren?
Benezia was swept up in events beyond her control and lost herself. She fell under the spell of indoctrination and became part of the very thing she wanted to stop. But I will remember and honor how she lived, not how she died. My mother was strong, kind, and beautiful, and now she is gone.
Are you gonna be okay?
You are kind to ask, Shepard. I do miss her, and I grieve for what happened to her. But I will not let my grief interfere with what we are trying to accomplish.
I'd like to know more about the Asari.
We were the first species to discover the Citadel. We were instrumental in forming the Council, and we always strive to be the voice of peaceful cooperation in galactic disputes. My people believe we are all part of a single galactic community. Each species contributes something to the greater whole. Although we seek to understand other species, it seems few of them seek to understand us. The galaxy is filled with rumors and misinformation about my people.
Like what?
Most of the inaccuracies are centered around our mating rituals. My species is monogendered. Male and female have no real meaning for us. We still require a partner to reproduce. This second parent, however, may be of any species and any gender.
I don't understand. Your species can mate with anyone?
Mating is not quite the proper term, not as you understand it. Physical contact may or may not be involved, but it is not an essential element of the union. The true connection is mental. Our physiology allows us to meld with other beings. We can touch the very depths of their minds. We explore the genetic memory of their species. We share the most basic elements of their individual and racial identities. We then pass these traits on to our daughters. It is how we learn to grow as a species and how we develop a greater understanding of other races.
What happens to your partner after the union?
Every relationship is different. Some unions are a single encounter with both parents parting ways afterwards. Others can be more long-term. Sometimes an Asari and her partner will stay together for many decades.
You Asari live for 1,000 years. What happens when your partner dies?
Few sapient species live as long as my kind. We have learned to take a philosophical approach to our unions. We do not focus on the inevitable loss of our partners. Instead, we enjoy the time we spend with them. And even after they're gone, a part of them lives on in us. The union is a connection that transcends both time and space.
Do you know who Matriarch Benezia chose as her partner?
She rarely spoke of her partner. Though I know my father, if you want to use that term, was another Asari.
I thought you always needed another species to serve as one of the parents.
Think about it, Shepard. If we were not able to mate with our own species, we would have died out long before we ever mastered spaceflight and left our homeworld. Union with our own kind is no longer common, not for the purposes of reproduction. Most Asari believe it weakens our species. Asari daughters inherit racial traits from the father species. If both parents are Asari, then nothing has been gained, or so conventional wisdom would hold. I am what is sometimes called a pureblood. Though no Asari would ever be cruel enough to say the word to my face, it is a great insult among my people. It is possible Benezia's partner was embarrassed by their union. She may have been too ashamed to publicly acknowledge me as her offspring.
Why agree to the union if she didn't want any children?
I cannot answer that. This is all speculation on my part. It is possible she wanted to be part of my life, but something happened to her before she had the chance. Benezia never spoke of her partner. Whatever happened, it caused her too much pain to dwell on it. She raised me by herself, though that is not uncommon. Many Asari raise their children alone, particularly if the father species is short-lived. Often the partner will pass on long before the child reaches maturity.
That's kind of sad.
I should go.
Goodbye, Shepard.
Thanks for the info, though. Okay, so the only main quest that we have left is to go to Ferros. Let's see if we can get as many of these side quests done on the way there, though. I'm going to try and deck out my Asari. I'm going to take her along. I should probably sell stuff, though. Okay, let's just go downstairs and sell stuff. You should be in the downstairs area using the elevator. This thing. I want to sell stuff, but I also want to deck out the Asari first before I sell stuff. There she is. Okay, you can have this one. And I will give you this one, and then something to stable the gun. Then. Okay. And I still need Kaiden along, so I'll just sell the other stuff.
Looking for supplies?
Yes, please.
Not right now, thanks.
No! Why do you automatically go to the no?
Looking for supplies?
Yes.
Let's see what you got.
You bet, Commander.
No, sell. Let's take these ones just apart.
Looking for supplies?
Not right now, thanks.
Why? Okay, you're annoying. There, it's 301, and I got a bunch of money
Looking
as
for
well.
supplies?
Let's see what you got.
You bet, Commander.
Okay, then. Turian armor. I don't want Turian armor though. It's a 7. I'll buy it. Can I use this on another gun as well? Oh yeah, I can. Let's just turn it into thingy though. There we go. Let's me sort it out as well. Okay, so we bring Kaiden along and Liara for the next missions until we get the achievements, and then I'll see I don't like Ashley. I don't really like having Kaiden along. I think the Asari might actually be better. Who knows? We'll see. I like Tali though. Tali has sass. Okay, we need to go up. This ship is big though. I do like that they added these lights. It's a nice detail. Is there anything to scan again? Doesn't look like it. Okay.
Good timing, Commander. We got a transmission coming in from the Citadel. Top priority clearance.
Is it the ambassador?
It's not his signature. I think it's from the Council. I'll patch it through to the comm room.
Comm room.
Commander Shepard, we've received information that may be critical to your mission against Saren.
What kind of information?
We've received an urgent message from one of our infiltration regiments in the Traverse.
You mean spies?
Spectres tend to attract attention, Commander, but they are only one arm of the Council. Special task groups are often a better option for monitoring developing situations.
We currently have several infiltration units scattered throughout the border regions of Citadel space. This particular unit was gathering intel on Saren.
What did they find?
Unfortunately, the message we received was little more than static. The infiltration team must be in a situation where they can't set up proper interstellar communications. But the message was sent on a channel reserved for mission-critical communications. Whatever they were trying to tell us, we know it was important. Considering your interest in Saren, we thought you might want to investigate this. Find out what happened to our team. The signal originated from the planet Vermeer.
I'll look into it.
The Council prefers not to become involved in the specifics of Spectre activities. We only want you to be aware of all your options, including Vermeer. Good luck, Commander Shepard. We will keep you advised if we learn anything else.
That's actually kind of nice of them. No, okay. If I remember correctly, you read all the planets in this system, so we'll just do all the other ones first. Right? Yeah, we did. Okay. We'll go around in counterclockwise. Athens. So first things first, we'll go from the outer ring to the inner ring, just to make it easier to keep track. Pharos. Distant Pharos has seen only a cursory examination by an unmanned probe. It has a trace atmosphere of nitrogen and argon. Its surface is mainly composed of tin with deposits of carbon. Deeper crates have been partly filled by ice, suggesting there may be a significant amount of water locked up beneath its frozen surface. A large, ice-bright crater in the southern hemisphere makes the planet visible from the inner system, leading to the planet's name. We can survey. During insignia recovered, scans of the planet Pharos revealed an abandoned base on its moon. The recon team found nothing of interest, but much of the debris was marked with the Magna Colony insignia. Next, the next ring is this one, I think. Yes. Circe. Circe is a modestly sized hydrogen-helium gas giant with traces of sulfur and chlorine. These give it its striking yellow-green tint. As the development of the Proteus colony continues, Circe will likely be developed for helium-3 mining. Circe... Gas deposit surveyed. While scanning this gas giant, you detected a large concentration of helium-3, so yeah, literally just what it was saying. Nausicaa. Traces of sodium in the atmosphere give Nausicaa its overall dark grey color, but it is otherwise a typical hydrogen-helium gas giant. An abundance of water vapor in the upper atmosphere account for its white clouds. Okay. Next one. This is a ring. There's like a little ring. Proteus. Like the Hanar homeworld, Proteus has more than 90% oceanic cover. The incredible heat thrown off from Athens raised global humidity to 100%, creates constant cloud cover, and powers colossal typhoons that rage across the surface year-round. Hot, humid, and storm-racked, Proteus' rare combination of oxygen, nitrogen, atmosphere, and carbon-based biosphere nevertheless recommended for colonization. A pilot program is studying the possibility of colonies below the ocean surface, safe from the worst effects of the weather. Okay, survey. Gas deposit surveyed. Proteus has a large amount of free oxygen. And the last one, Salamis. The geological properties of Salamis have been scanned from orbit, but little else is known about it. Due to its thick carbon dioxide atmosphere and proximity to the energetic star Athens, the equatorial daytime temperatures have been known to turn the surface molten. The crust is composed of iron with deposits of platinum group metals. That's interesting. So nothing in this thing is actually landable. Macedon. Hey Melon. I'll drink. There we go. A sip. With the heat currently, I've just been drinking so much, it's insane. Pargelus. Pargelus is a standard hydrogen-helium gas giant with an abundance of airborne hydrocarbons. Survey gives a scan from orbit have detected a large concentration of xenon. Interesting. Okay, then the next one is this one. Patavig. Patavig is the second of the Macedon system's giant terrestrial planets and by far the more interesting. Most of the surface is covered by a vast sea of liquid ammonia, in which a unique aquatic ammonia-based biosphere has developed. While the frozen continents are largely bereft of life, a rich bounty of complex organisms, many larger than a human, flourish in the chilly, toxic seas. While dreadfully inhospitable to humans, Patavig is suitable for colonization by the Volus. Negotiations between the Systems Alliance and the Volus patrons, the Turian hierarchy, have made good progress. Well, that's cool. Porlan. Porlan is an enormous terrestrial planet, half again the size of Earth. Despite its thick atmosphere, the weak output of the red dwarf Macedon leaves its surface biting cold. The crust is mainly composed of silica, but significant deposits of iron and other industrial metals are present. These lodes may prove rich enough to be profitable mining despite the heavy gravity. Okay, survey. Matriarch's writings recovered. You're scanning the planet Porlan when a strange signal came from orbit. Navigator Presley determined the signal was from an ancient beacon. Your salvage team brought the beacon aboard and found one of Matriarch Dilinaga's writings in its storage compartment. Okay, and the last one, Sharila. Level 1 pressure hazard. Sharila has a very dense atmosphere of ammonia and oxygen. Its temperate surface is mainly composed of alumina with deposits of sulfur. Boys in the system have recently logged a number of unregistered vessels operating nearby. Sharila has an extensive silicon-based oxygen-breathing ecology. Heavily populated areas are covered with fine silica, silicon dioxide dust. The respiratory byproduct of the world's higher animal forms, high-speed surface winds, often laden with abrasive silica dust, present a hazard. In areas where the wind deposits a great deal of silica, footing can be treacherous. EVAs are discouraged. Okay, let's just land and see, because if I can land, there's probably a mission on it. And it's gonna eat me. There we go. Medal of Exploration 2. Land on 4 uncharted worlds. Okay. Debris, Stronghold, Anomaly. First things first, I want to check out over here. This is interesting at least. There's something here. Right here, look. Magnesium deposit. Light metal surveyed. You have successfully surveyed a large deposit of magnesium. Then probably something in this direction as well, because usually they put stuff in the corners. I like that they like give you the chance to go on the planet's surface and stuff, but the whole bumpy ride thing is meh. At least give me a drone I can fly or something. Oh, there's another deposit. Where is it? So is it on top? Come on. Here it is. Uranium. This is so brain breaking. Rare element surveyed. You have successfully surveyed a large deposit of uranium. Okay, then next should be the anomaly. This is a very bumpy ride though. There's a thingy up ahead as well. Where's the anomaly though? Looks like crates. A Sari capsule recover. An artifact. Matriarch's writings recovered. It's not clear who lived here, but it appears to have been abandoned for some time. The container in the tent held, among other things, one of Matriarch Dilinaga's writings. Okay. Thorium deposit. Rare element surveyed. You've successfully surveyed a large deposit of thorium. Okay. So much money. I want to check out this spot. Before I go to the stronghold. Probably gonna make me pass the stronghold. Well, you can see the stronghold on my left on the little radar. So many red signals. Just do it like this. Is this all? It looks like it. Did I just hear something? That's the stronghold. I just drove over one. What are they protecting? There's a full building here. Okay. So quiet. Shoot it. Just flanked him. Bam. No scoped.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. A fuel tank. Is there anything interesting? There's an upgrade kit. Is a door open here? A containment cell, but is there anything else here of interest? No. Okay, this door and the one downstairs then, let's check. Take all. Take all. Okay, so I want to level up my Liara because I forgot to do that. So like this. We've also got 6 levels I can give you. Let's do this in barrier mostly. And I also have 12 levels. Wow. That's it, right? Can upgrade my Spectre soon as well. I'll be completely decked out by the end of this. Everything maxed out. Probably because I've been doing all the side quests though. I'm just randomly exploring areas. I think that's it for this planet, right? I think that's it, yeah. Got everything. Vermeer, yeah, Simons. Okay. 4 out of 10, 4 out of 13. Okay, so next. Sparta. We've literally gone to every single planet in almost in this. So, Outer Ring. Alsagas. Small, distant Alsagas is a small terrestrial with a trace atmosphere of methane and argon. The surface is composed of water, ice, and calcium, with occasional deposits of light metals. During the Alliance's pirate suppression campaign in the 2160s, the Batarian Eluam Ranpera, okay, was caught with his frigate Tuneron grounded on Alsage's drive discharge. When challenged by the cruiser Hyderabad, Ranpura refused to surrender. The Tuneron was destroyed attempting to take off. The debris is strewn across the southern hemisphere. Survey. Scans from orbit have detected a small deposit of plutonium. The outer rim... there. Ontamalka. Ontamalka is a large hydrogen-helium gas giant with traces of chlorine and sulfur in the atmosphere. Its massive gravity well tugs many asteroids from the outer belt inwards, past the orbit of Altaia and Aeolus, and eventually settle into the inner belt. Ontamalka's orbit is congested with hundreds of captured moons, most lastly only a few thousand years before being ejected, dragged down into the atmosphere or ripped apart by tidal forces and added to the gas giant's immense rings. Attempting to navigate this chaotic environment is hazardous at best. Ships without military-grade kinetic barriers are likely to suffer catastrophic impacts. Survey. Scans from orbit have detected a large concentration of hydrogen. Even though I've got all the gas, I'm just gonna survey every planet, just in case of something else. Altaia. Altaia is an unusually large terrestrial world with a trace atmosphere of methane and ammonia. The surface is frozen and mainly composed of sandstone and other sedimentary rocks with deposits of iron and chlorides. Judging by the sedimentary composition of the crust, it appears that Altaia had once possessed an atmosphere thick enough to support some form of liquid. What cataclysm stripped the atmosphere and left the planet to freeze is not currently known.
Commander, I'm picking up a signal from the planet's surface. It looks like an automated distress beacon.
Aeolus. Aeolus is a terrestrial planet with an atmosphere of carbon dioxide and nitrogen. Aeolus's surface is covered by wide deserts of silicate sand, with only a few areas of igneous rock highlands to break the abrasive, dust-choked winds. Aeolus's orbit is congested with debris thrown inwards by the gravity of the gas giant Ontamalka. Due to a high rate of meteor impacts, exploration is highly dangerous. I'll land on it in a second and first finish reading. Tremanre. Tremanre is a dwarf planet composed of light magnesium silicates. With deposits of aluminium, its surface is covered by wide swaths of ancient, dark basaltic lava, possibly indicating the world was created through an impact with some other body in the system. Tremanre's magnetic field is non-existent. This makes it impossible for ships to dump drive charge from orbit. That said, Tremanre's minuscule gravity allows even cruiser-sized vessels to land safely for direct grounding. Okay, let's explore Aeolus. Oh my god, okay. These two. I did not mean to do that. Okay, so first things first, we'll check out the corners. There's probably something on top of this, it seems. Yeah, it's on top, okay. Polonium deposit. Rare element surveyed. You've successfully surveyed a small deposit of polonium. What's this? What? Okay. There's something there. Can I inspect it? No. What's this? Palladium. You have successfully surveyed a large deposit of palladium, heavy metal. Okay. Oh, there's something there. I'm gonna start marking the debris, and we'll just go towards the thingy. There's something. This white ore? Silvery. Lithium. Light metal surveyed. You've successfully surveyed a deposit of lithium. There's things crashing down. That's cool though. Okay. Wow, okay. I might not make it. No, I'm just gonna omni-gel it. The anomaly before the distress signal. It's a dead body. A mummified Salarian. ID tag recovered. You found Captain Mylon's identification tag. How it ended up here is impossible to know for sure. Okay, next is the distress signal we were here for originally. Are they all dead? Okay. But it is parked. Come on. Is it because I'm repairing? Wow. Alliance Marine.
These are Alliance soldiers. It appears they were lured here by the distress beacon.
These are Admiral Kahoku's men. We need to tell him what happened here.
Should we not destroy the beacon?
Ready.
Yes, ma'am.
Should we not destroy this beacon then? Why not destroy the beacon? Like, if it's literally luring people, just destroy the beacon. Okay. From out to in again. Altanorch. Altanorch is a small but typical hydrogen-helium gas giant with no outstanding features. Its combination of strong magnetic field and relatively shallow gravity well make it a popular stopover world for discharging FTL drive cores. Survey. Medallion recovered. Scanning Altanorch revealed something of interest in a debris field. Joker brought the Normandy in close and a small team was able to retrieve some valuable detritus, including a League of One medallion. Parag. Parag is a large rock planet with an atmosphere composed of nitrogen and argon. Despite lying over 600 AU from Ming, its surface is scorching hot and mainly composed of alumina with deposits of silver. Due to the radiation and heat, landing on Parag's sunward side with anything less than warship-grade shielding will likely be fatal. Parag rotates at a retrograde to the rest of the Ming system, indicating it is likely a captured body. Survey. Light metal surveyed scans from planet Parag have revealed a large deposit of titanium. Antiraptorus. Antiraptorus is a hydrogen-helium gas giant that formed in the outer regions of Ming's system, and is in the process of migrating inwards. In a few million years, the planet's atmosphere will begin to boil away into space. There is a sizable temperature difference between the size of Antiraptorus facing the energetic blue giant primary on the side facing the cold of deep space. This variance powers massive cyclonic wind systems. The intense heat it absorbs from the sun, in addition to its own internal heat engine, cause the planet's dark side to radiate faintly in the infrared. Okay. MSV Worthington. The Worthington is a Kowloon-class modular conveyor of human design, configured for mixing freight and passenger hauling. The ship appears to be in a shutdown state. The main thrusters are cold and is adrift of the orbit of Anti-Roprus Registry, the Morrison Company, Shaanxi. MSV Worthington, let's see. Gemini, Sigma. Journal. Oh, one sec. Oh, my eye. Mercenaries. I'm not sure what this is. Maybe I've been on it before?
Looks like the ship's deserted.
Most of the systems seem to be disabled. Only basic life support appears to be functioning.
It looks like the same ship though.
Did you hear that? Sounded like footsteps. Somebody set that trap. This whole place could be wired.
This whole place could be wired, he says. It looks like it's proximity based. There's a guy here.
Jacob's not going to make it. His brain was deprived of oxygen for too long. There's nothing any of us can do for him now except let him die with dignity. It's what he would want. I'm more worried about Julia now. She's showing signs of severe depression. I gave her some meds that should help, but I better warn the captain.
Okay.
Looks like that machine is keeping him alive.
I do not see any brain activity on the readouts. He is dead. This body is just an empty shell.
Maybe we should shut the machine down. It's the merciful thing to do.
It is your decision, Shepard. But perhaps we should wait until we have more information before we do anything.
They say Jacob's gone. They say his brain isn't functioning anymore, and they want to shut off his machines. But Jacob's the only thing in the world that matters to me. I don't know how to help him, and it's tearing me up inside. I just feel so helpless, so damn angry.
Dr. Smith gave me some meds to calm down, but I didn't take them. I can't. Not until I figure out a way to help Jacob. I won't give up on him. I won't!
Huh. His brain is dead though.
Jacob is showing no signs of brain activity. There's nothing more we can do for him. He wouldn't want to be kept alive by machines, so we're going to disconnect the life support. Dr. Smith is worried about Julia's reaction, though. She can't seem to let Jacob go. The stress is making her implants flare up, causing intense migraines. It'll probably be easier for everyone if we don't tell her until after we shut the life support down. Give her a chance to... Julia, what are you doing here? Why are you...
Just shut him down. There's nobody to help him now. Fair enough.
That was the compassionate thing to do, Shepard.
They don't want to talk to me. That was sad though. I think this is the only one in the system. Have I gone to Argus Row yet? I don't remember. Let's see if there's any quests there first. Because Veros and Vermeer are different things. Citadel. That's just data. Kepler Verge. Data stuff. Lines of battle. Scanning. Artemis Tau. Strenus. Kepler Verge. That's a Citadel. Hawking Eta. So... does Argus have the Artemis Tau stuff in it? No. Let's go to the Voyager cluster.
Commander, incoming signal from 5th Fleet HQ on the Citadel.
Commander Shepard, something uncomfortable has just come up. In the First Contact War, we fired a lot of espionage probes into Turian space. We just received a mission complete burst from one of them.
Where's it been in the meantime?
No idea. Lost in transit. These probes were built in a hurry after First Contact.
What makes this uncomfortable?
When these probes were launched, we didn't have any idea who we were fighting. We didn't want to risk aliens examining our technology. The probe has a demo nuke built in. A 20-kiloton tactical fusion warhead. About equal to the bomb dropped on Hiroshima back in the 20th. If somebody finds that probe, tampers with it, you don't need me to finish, Commander.
I understand this must be handled, but I don't have anyone trained to deal with this sort of thing, sir.
I know. I wouldn't ask if it wasn't important. These probes have been classified for 26 years. The Council will call fusion bomb booby traps dangerous and irresponsible. The Alliance would face censure if they find this probe. I'm asking you because the Normandy can get on site quickly and quietly. It's in the Voyager cluster.
It's in the Voyager cluster. That's the opposite side of the Alliance from Turian space. How did it get there?
I don't know. It's possible someone recovered it safely and brought it there. It's also possible it got very badly lost. It could have been wandering the relay network since the war.
We'll get on it immediately, Admiral. And we'll be discreet.
I appreciate that, Commander. Good luck.
Well, I said where is it, but it didn't tell me where it is. I guess it must be here somewhere. Tremar. Tremar is a standard hydrogen-helium gas giant with traces of methane and nitrogen in its upper atmosphere. Survey. Scans from orbit have detected a large concentration of nitrogen. Fair enough. Next, Cybin. A small rock and ice planet, Cybin has an extremely thin atmosphere of hydrogen, sulfide, and ethane. Its frozen surface is mainly composed of magnesium and silicates with deposits of iron. Cybin's crust contains significant deposits of green serpentine, a mineral formed by volcanic activity. This suggests Cybin was a more geologically active world in the distant past. Survey. Turian insignia recovered. While scanning the planet, you discovered a large mine grid in geosynchronous orbit. With help from Navigator Presley, your recon team recovered a small unmanned probe marked with the Quadim Outpost insignia. Okay. Next. Sonatma. Sonatma is the second of the Amazon system's arid superterrestrial worlds. It is considerably less dense than its neighbor Dernuka and has an atmosphere of carbon dioxide and ethane. Its frozen surface is mainly composed of iron-laced silicates with deposits of sulfur. Survey. Rare element surveyed. While scanning this planet, you detected a small deposit of polonium. Okay. Dernuka. Dernuka is an enormous terrestrial world nearly twice the size of Earth. Its environment is similar to that of Mars, arid and a mix of craggy basalt highlands and sand, scarred deserts of iron-laced silicate dust. Dernuka's atmosphere mainly consists of carbon dioxide and argon, but the planet's mass is great enough that measurable amounts of helium and even molecular hydrogen remain trapped in its atmosphere. The planet's gravity well is deep enough that it has collected nearly a dozen small satellites, most captured asteroids. Its surface is scarred by many large impact craters, making the final resting place of other captured asteroids. Agibinium. Agibinium is a small terrestrial world with an extremely thin atmosphere of carbon dioxide and krypton. Though the planet has sufficient mass to maintain a much thicker atmosphere, much of it has been blasted away. The red giant Amazon is a long-period variable star, currently at the nadir of a 16-year cycle. At peak, its energy output doubles, lashing Agibinium with intense heat and radiation. The crust is mainly composed of aluminium with deposits of tin. Much of the surface is coated with fine silicate dust, which easily penetrates the smallest cracks to foul machinery. I'm going to land here. The moment we land, I'm going to save and call it there though. It's already past 6 for me. I'm gonna look into making something to eat for myself, so we'll bring along Kaiden and Liara. There we go. This looks cool though, look at that. So there is an anomaly, debris, and an Alliance homing beacon on this planet. We'll do this next time though. So for whoever's still in the chat, thank you guys for being here. You're all awesome, and I'm gonna call it here, and I'll stream again tomorrow. Probably some more of Mass Effect though. Taking a small break in between from the 7 Days to Die things, because it can get a bit stressful with the horror aspect of the game and jump scares, and then like the massive amount of zombies coming at me sometimes. So yes, Melon, I will drink again. But yeah, I'll call it here though. See you guys next time. Bye!